very dramatic entry to this video. Sorry, not trying to be theatrical, just trying to pique your interest and make an impact. Hope it worked. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name's Danielle and I'm trying to figure out a better intro in 2019. It's not going well. So today's video, if you couldn't tell by the title or the thumbnail, is about me collecting my trash for a week. Ew. It was gross. However, I want to preface this video just a hair because I want it to be a little bit more than just like collecting my trash and kind of talking about it. So the reason that I came up with this video actually stemmed from watching a documentary on Netflix. Now, I don't want to go too much into it because I really don't want this video to be 5,000 years long. However, I will tell you a little bit about it, and if you follow me on Twitter, then you probably already know where I'm heading with this. So, I watched the documentary called Cowspiracy on Netflix, and honestly, it is a very good documentary. I'm not here to shove those ideals or those thoughts down your throat, but I am here just to, you know, record my journey and kind of share it with you. So after watching that documentary, without giving away too many spoilers if you haven't watched it, I mean the title is pretty, you know, self-explanatory, but you may assume that it's one way where it's more so like, you know, like about cows. But really it's about, you know, humans' eating habits and its impact on the world. So that prompted me to decide that in 2019 and then for, you know, however many years I live after that, I want to live a more sustainable life. So I want to make sure that my carbon footprint and, you know, my impact on this world is not a negative impact, and that's both like physically and like mentally. You know, I don't want to have a negative impact on humans either. You know, I am still learning and I'm still doing research, so I don't want to give, you know, false information out to anybody, and I'm no expert by any means because like I said, I'm still learning about this. However, that documentary just, it really opened my eyes just to kind of how ungrateful, I think I want to classify it as, but how ungrateful people in general can be. And I think that a lot of people feel that since they're not going to be around by the time that this earth cannot sustain itself anymore, then it doesn't really matter what they do. After watching that documentary, I decided a couple of things other than just like sustainability. I decided to work my way into being a vegan, and I haven't had meat since December 15th, and today is January 5th, so it's been 20 days since I've had meat and I have not craved it at all. I really don't miss it. I'll see something, I'll be like, that sounds good, but I'm not, you know, caving. I don't consider myself a full vegan yet because I do have some dairy products that I'm still ingesting on and off, but I feel like it's more wasteful just to throw it away just because it doesn't fit the lifestyle that I want to live. And I feel like that still is, you know, hurting the environment, and it's just, you know, wasteful. So I figured I would use up those products and then, you know, integrate myself into it, and it has helped a lot, but that's for a different video, and that I plan on, you know, sharing with you as I learn it and navigate it. As I watched that documentary called Cowspiracy, I also, you know, went down this rabbit hole and went on Pinterest and saw like what are the best sustainable type of living documentaries, or just documentaries that are good in general, and I found one that's called, it is called The True Cost, which is about clothing and how fast fashion is impacting our world as well. From both documentaries, what really stuck in my head, other than a lot of things, was the amount of trash, and that is why we're here today. That was a very long explanation of what I'm doing, and I did feel like it was necessary just to kind of like develop the story and really develop like why we're here today. So I decided after watching that I wanted to collect my trash for a week, and boy, was it gross by the 5th day. I ended up collecting a whole trash bag of trash. And as I was doing it, you know, the first couple days I really hadn't produced so much trash. I started on a Saturday, so I realized I actually produce a lot less trash on the weekends when I'm at home or when, you know, I'm local to my home environment versus when I'm at work and when I'm on the go throughout the week. So that was really eye-opening as well. Among some of the things that I collected was the holiday season. So, you know, I had tissue paper, but I also had random things like cans or laundry detergent bottles, straws, and I'm a straw fiend. You know, to-go containers, plastic bags. I had cardboard things, whether that was, you know, like the bowl that comes from Chipotle, or paper towel roll, or paper towels, or coffee filters. I had a lot, and as I'm probably talking, it's probably on the screen right now, or it's about to be. I sorted it all out, and I saw what was truly recyclable, and while there was a good amount, there really wasn't as much. And then I saw what wasn't recyclable, and as things get soiled with, you know, grease or anything like that, it becomes unrecyclable. And then I started looking into, well, how long does this actually take to break down into the world? And while you have the things that are able to be recycled, I did want to at least, you know, shine light on how long, if you don't recycle it, how long it takes for those items to break down into the soil as well. So a couple things that I also did find out, I guess one thing in particular that I thought was really fascinating was that eggs, while they are natural, they don't actually break down. They just kind of like over time break into tiny pieces that just kind of mix in with the soil, and that's why you see a lot of people have eggshells in their soil in like their home gardens and like their flower beds and things. I don't understand it, and it must serve some sort of purpose, but like, yeah, it doesn't break down. And you would think, you know, well, it's a byproduct that's natural that should break down over time. Technically doesn't. I mean, like physically it breaks down, but like it doesn't break down all the way, okay? Like there's just chunks of it. As I went through this journey, I went through everything and categorized it into like items, and then I also put it into items of like, I have no freaking clue what category they actually go into. I tried to put the same category with the little triangle for recycling together, and I just, you know, did a lot of research. Now, what I did find during this research was that it's actually really hard to research this. And I don't know if it's just the sites that I was going to. I tried Google, I tried Pinterest, that was about it. And I found some like items, so if some of this stuff isn't truly accurate, like please do not come for me. Long story short, it was just very hard to find how long it takes some items to break down into the soil. And I mean, while they're breaking down, they're sitting in a landfill and they're emitting like CO2 gases into our earth, and eventually that's going to kill us. So I'm trying to like lessen my carbon footprint by throwing away less trash. It's like full circle. As I was researching, I found like reports, I guess you could call it. You know, I chose to pull the ones that were similar, I guess I should say. And I was pretty shocked at what I found. So I'm just gonna go through the majority of the things that I found and tell you how long it takes down into them breaking up in this world, earth, the soil. So plastic, they take 500 to 1,000 years to break down. That is a long time. That's a very long time. Straws, they can take anywhere from 100 to 500. Styrofoam, that one was really tricky because I found some reports that said that styrofoam like never breaks down, but I found some reports that say 500 years to break down. Regardless, 500 years to never is still a very long time. Chip bags, 300 years. Tissue paper, 1 month. Floss, this one was really weird to me, just because it seems like such an everyday item, but floss takes 50 to 80 years to break down. And if you floss every day like you're supposed to, that's a lot of floss. Q-tips, this one was crazy. So these are the normal type of Q-tips that have like plastic applicator in the middle of it, and you know, cotton's normally on the outside. But the ones with the plastic in the middle take 25 years to break down. And some people use like 2 a day. That's a lot of Q-tips. Paper, it takes 2 to 6 weeks to break down. So what I learned from this little experiment is, holy crap, a lot of the items that I use take 5,000 years to break down, which is an exaggeration. I hope you got that. However, it still takes a really long time for them to break down. And all that's doing is for those 5 to 1,000 years, to those 100 years, to those 500 years, like that whole time, it is emitting gases into our ozone, the air that we breathe, and killing us. Not to be dark, but that is the reality. And quite frankly, I think that it's very, very serious, especially when you take into the fact how much trash people create. And the number that I have at the beginning of this video is just like the average number on Americans creating. So who knows, other cities, you know, or other countries, I guess, may create less, they may create more. The population is ever growing, which means that the amount of trash that we're creating that ultimately is sitting in landfills, but in reality finds its way into our oceans and kills animals and fish and pollutes everything. It's not okay, and I feel as if a lot of people don't understand the reality of their impact on this earth. And like I said in the beginning, I do feel that a lot of people take it for granted and think, well, nothing I do is going to change, or anything that I do will decrease the impact that's already happening. But as I got older, this is like really deep, but it's true. As I got older, I swear to you, when I turned 25, like a switch turned on in my head and kind of like opened my eyes to the reality of the situation. And I kind of grew out of that phase, not kind of, I did grow out of that phase of, I was a true believer in the fact that my vote doesn't matter. And I woke up one day and I was like, but my vote does matter. I don't expect to be able to change my life just, you know, just in a snap. There are a lot of habits that I already have in my life, and I don't expect to just quit it cold turkey, because I truly believe, and this is why I'm slowly integrating myself into becoming a vegan, but I truly believe that if I just do everything cold turkey, I will not succeed at it. I'm trying to be as educated as possible as I'm going along this journey. If everybody keeps going on the path that they're just tossing everything, or they're not, you know, aware of their impact on the planet, it's just going to continue. So, and it's just going to get worse, and you know, it's a whole thing, okay? Watch the Cowspiracy, watch the True Cost, just watch those documentaries if you're truly, honestly, you know, like interested in this, because they're very educational and they're very on point. This video is getting way too long, so I'm going to try and wrap it up real quick. But here's what I am going to say. If this is something you're interested in and you're doing your research on it, you need to be aware of where you're getting your research from. Do your research even on the people that you're doing the research with, because you could read something that is just totally false and off the wall, and you don't want to live your life like living by false information. So do your research, do your research, do your research. And I genuinely hope that you found this video not only like entertaining, but informative, and maybe it kind of opened your eyes to some of your lifestyle habits that you could maybe change just to make a stronger impact on the world. So that is all that I have to say, and throughout this year and throughout my journey in general, I am going to, you know, record this process and share with you the process. So if you're looking to join, or if you're on that journey already, we can do it together. If you're here and you're kind of a skeptic and you don't, you know, truly believe what I'm saying, that's okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but hopefully this will maybe show you a different side of things and maybe change your mind. Maybe it won't change your mind, and that is okay. I can't wait to embark on this journey. I'm already learning a lot. I've already made a lot of changes in my life, and I can't wait to share that with you. So I hope that you stick around. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss this journey or any other videos that I post. I hope that everybody, I don't really know when this is going up, but regardless, I hope that everybody had a great new year and a wonderful 2019, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, follow me on all of my social medias. I already told you to subscribe, but you know, please make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell and give this video a big thumbs up, and leave me a comment down below if you're on a sustainable journey, or if I opened your eyes to something that maybe you really just had no clue was going on in this world. So that is all that I have to say. Alright, so sorry this video is so long. I gotta go. Bye.